Day 1 of the NFL Draft is officially wrapped up and was about as unpredictable as the NFL itself. As always, there were some great decisions made, as well as some head-scratching ones too. So of course, there are both winners and losers in this year's draft. To be clear, these are just my thoughts and opinions based on first assumptions. I could be spot on or be completely wrong. Only time will tell. But with all that being said, let's get into it. For my first winner in this year's draft, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags bundled together a multitude of future picks to trade for the number 2 spot in the draft. With their selection, they took a generational talent in Travis Hunter. Last year's Heisman Trophy winner brings a unique skill set to the table. Playing both receiver and cornerback at Colorado, Hunter will provide a spark for Jacksonville on both sides of the ball. On the offensive side, his leaping ability and deep ball threat will be a match made in heaven for Trevor Lawrence. Defensively, his presence will have quarterbacks second-guessing when throwing in his direction. Last year, Hunter posted 4 interceptions on top of 35 tackles and 11 pass deflections. The Jaguars are not only getting a difference maker, but a potential franchise-altering star with this pick. Moving on to the first loser in this draft, I have the Tennessee Titans. With the number 1 overall pick, the Titans selected Cam Ward. While I do believe Ward is the best quarterback in this year's draft, Tennessee fell a year too late in terms of available QB talent. Last year, we saw the likes of Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels hear their names being called. There's no doubt that if Cam Ward were in the same draft class, that the Titans would have selected Williams or Daniels over him. For my next winner in the draft, I have Bryce Young. While the Panthers have needs they need to cover on the defensive end, drafting wide receiver Tedaroa McMillan was still a terrific choice. McMillan led the Big 12 in receiving yards last year and finished 3rd across all of college football. His elite catching ability and athleticism give him potential to blossom into a true number 1 wide receiver. Add in his long physical frame, and it seems the Panthers added Bryce Young another weapon to his disposal. Carolina finished as the 3rd worst passing offense and 4th worst overall in 2024. Their passing attack is in desperate need of wide receivers, and this pick will help them tremendously. My next loser in the draft is the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons' reaction says it all. With their first round pick, the Dallas Cowboys selected Tyler Booker from Alabama. While Booker should fill the gap at offensive line following Zach Martin's retirement, they missed out on drafting Matthew Golden. Golden would have complemented CeeDee Lamb perfectly and helped provide a spark to the Dallas offense that has struggled throughout the past few years. While on the topic of Matthew Golden, Green Bay selected him at 23rd, and they're my next winners in the draft. The 21-year-old turned heads at the Combine this year, showcasing just how lethal his speed is. He posted a 4.29 on his 40-yard dash, which ranked first out of all receivers. In his lone season with the Longhorns, he recorded 987 yards and 9 touchdowns on 58 receptions. Golden adds to an already elite receiving core that bolsters Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, and Christian Watson. Add in tight end Tucker Kraft, and Jordan Love will be no short of options to choose from. The Packers finished 12th in terms of passing offense in 2024, and I expect them to move into the top 10 this upcoming season. My next winner of the draft are running backs across the board. Thanks to the likes of Saquon Barkley and Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back market has skyrocketed over the past year. The first round of the draft saw 2 RBs getting drafted in Ashton Jeanty and Omarion Hampton. In terms of Jeanty, he went 6th overall to Las Vegas. The Raiders definitely missed Josh Jacobs' presence last year, and Jeanty will look to fill that role. He will provide a versatile attack for their offense, not only as a runner, but receiver too. For Hampton, he will be paired alongside Najee Harris as part of a 1-2 punch for the Chargers. Add in offensive coordinator Greg Roman, who led the 2019 Ravens to the most rushing yards ever recorded in a season, and his potential is through the roof. Now on to the biggest loser in the entire NFL draft, which is of course Shedeur Sanders. Coming into the draft, Sanders entered as a potential top 5 pick. Many mock drafts projected him to be the second QB taken, and some even had him going before Cam Ward. 32 picks later, and Sanders is still waiting for his name to be called. He was passed on by all 32 teams, including the Saints, Steelers, and Browns, all of which are teams in dire need of a quarterback. Making this even more painful for Sanders was seeing the New York Giants draft QB Jackson Dart with a 25th overall pick. Speaking of Dart, the New York Giants are my last winner in the NFL draft. The Giants were able to land their quarterback without having to trade away any draft capital. While at first glance it seems crazy that they took Dart over Sanders, it's not that shocking once you take a look at it. Dart played at Ole Miss, and considering the connections New York has with the school, it's easy to see why they fell in love with this kid. Former head coach Joe Judge now coaches the Rebels, and their 2-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning was an alum from there. Moving on from Dart, the Giants were also able to land arguably the best player in the entire draft in Abdul Carter. The edge out of Penn State will complement Brian Burns well by providing a versatile attack for this Giants defense. Plus, if New York decides to move on from Kayvon Thibodeau, they could acquire even more draft capital to help their rebuild. So those are some of my takes on day 1 of the NFL draft. What are your thoughts and how are you feeling about your current team? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, peace.